Do you want to stop your dog begging for food or treats while at the same time being able to reward your dog? I'm about to show you 5 tips that may not only stop the begging, it may also improve your relationship with your dog, help your dog lose any excess fat, and even make your dog happier and healthier. Hi, I'm Ingunn, the Norwegian Viking behind Viking Dog Girl. I hold a certificate as a pet food nutrition specialist, and I'm here every week sharing everything on dog nutrition, dog health, and lifestyle. And I share it the Viking way, which means no sugarcoating and no BS. There's so much wishy-washy information out there, so I like to give it to you straight so that you can help your dog be as healthy and happy and live as long as possible. Now, the thing is, we may feel like our dogs deserve some extra treats or that we should share our food with our dogs, and we might even feel so guilty if we don't give in to those irresistible puppy eyes, right? However, giving in to your dog's begging may cause overfeeding of unhealthy foods, which can cause serious health problems down the line. And of course, the begging behavior itself can be quite annoying. So instead, let's avoid having to feel guilty, avoid having to resist those sad-looking puppy eyes, and instead teach the dog not to beg in the first place. And if you still want to reward your dog, even for just being the cutest, I'll tell you how later in this video. Now imagine you walk past an ATM machine, and simply by putting out your hand, it gives you $3 in cash without you losing any money from your bank account. Would you try doing it again? Assume no one can see you doing this. Let's say you did and it worked the second time and even the third time as well. Would you keep doing it? Would you try again tomorrow? It's basically free money anyway. I guess unless you have something against money, you would keep doing it until it wasn't working anymore, right? Well, we can view our dog's begging in a similar way. If your dog gets a treat by just simply looking at you with those sad-looking puppy eyes, why wouldn't he try to do the same later on? Even if you don't give in every single time, if it happens often enough, there's always a chance. So why not go full on with those carefully crafted begging techniques and hope for the best, right? The point is, our dogs quickly learn what works. When to beg, where to beg, how to beg. As long as it works and they enjoy the treats and the food, why stop? Now, another option is that your dog may actually be begging for food because your dog is hungry. If that's the case, then tip number 5 may be the solution you've been waiting for. Now, to make all of this work, this is what you need: patience, persistence, and consistency. You can't expect your dog to learn something new in just a few minutes. Habits can be hard to break, but if you persist, it can be done. And it's so important to be consistent. If you give in to your dog's begging every now and then, your dog may think it's always a chance, so why not just keep doing it, keep begging? And that also means that anyone that meets your dog, if like friends or family members, they will also need to use the same strategy as you. And before I get to those 5 tips, let me mention one more thing. It's important to not feel sorry for your dog. If you feel sorry for your dog while going through this process, it will make it so much harder for you to stick to it. And you may even end up behaving in a certain way that makes your dog think, oh, there might still be a chance, let's keep begging for some food or treats. You feed your dog food, right? So your dog is not starving, right? So why feel guilty for not giving in to your dog's begging? I mean, you mean the world to your dog, even if you don't give in to your dog's begging. This is important to remember. Your dog loves you. So keep that in mind whenever you feel like giving in to your dog's begging. It's not necessary. Now, tip number 1 to help stop your dog from begging is ignore your dog. Easier said than done, right? However, a lot of dogs learn fairly quickly, and if you simply avoid eye contact and even turn your back to your dog whenever your dog starts to beg, this may be the best strategy for you. I mean, don't even acknowledge that your dog is there, and don't feel sorry for your dog either. Now, I know this can be pretty difficult to begin with, And your dog may even try harder when he sees you do this, like try to even jump on you or any possible way for you to give in to his begging. And in that case, it's even more important that you stay persistent. Just keep doing what you're doing, and remember, your dog is not suffering and your dog still loves you. Now, repeat this process every time your dog begs until your dog gets the idea. Now, tip number 2 is to do something else with your dog, like taking your dog for a walk or playing. Sometimes what our dogs really want is attention, though it may seem like begging, especially if that's what has worked in the past, to get attention. If your dog starts to beg, you may distract your dog by, for instance, playing. First, take your dog away from the area where your dog has been begging, and then do something fun. I mean, you want to take your dog away because otherwise your dog may think that the begging behavior actually results in something fun, right? Which you don't want. Now, tip number 3 is separate your dog from the food. If your dog begs for you to share your own food, then it's a good idea to separate your dog from the area where you eat or even prepare the food. If your dog begs at the table when you eat, don't let your dog anywhere near the table while you're eating. Get your dog to lie down somewhere else or give your dog something to play with somewhere else. That should send the right message to your dog that the food is yours. Again, easier said than done, right? It can take a while and a lot of persistency to teach your dog something like this, and you need to be consistent as well. A good tip is to make sure your dog has had plenty of exercise beforehand to make it more likely that your dog will just settle down. And if you've been feeding your dog right before as well, it's probably more likely that your dog won't be begging for food. Of course, you won't be able to do this with every single meal because your dog probably eats less often than you. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of no BS, give it to you straight kind of videos on dog nutrition, dog health and lifestyle, then click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to follow my channel. And remember to follow me on Instagram at Viking Ingunn. Now, tip number 4, never feed your dog in the same area as you eat yourself. Once again, if your dog begs for food that you eat yourself, then make sure you don't feed your dog any food in that same area where you're eating yourself, whether that's at the dinner table, couch, or anywhere else basically. You don't want your dog to associate you sitting down at the dinner table or on the couch as a chance for your dog to get some food. So even if you do want to share some of your food with your dog, give it to your dog somewhere else. And preferably at a different time as well, so that your dog doesn't associate you eating with a chance for your dog to actually get some food. By the way, there are certain foods we humans eat that may be downright harmful to our dogs. Some may even be toxic and result in emergency vet visits or even worse. If you want to know more about which foods may be downright harmful to our dogs, and some of them are quite common for us to eat, then you might want to download a free simple guide I've made called The 9 Most Dangerous Foods for Dogs and 1 Food You Absolutely Should Feed. I'll link to it below this video. Now, tip number 5, feed your dog food that satisfies. Of course, there is a possibility that your dog is begging for food because your dog is hungry. It could be that your dog isn't getting enough nutrients even if you're feeding a premium dog food. And even if your dog is overweight, your dog may not actually be getting enough nutrients, which may sound counterintuitive, but it's true. It can happen. Here's the thing, a lot of the foods people are feeding their dogs today is nothing like the food our dogs are actually designed to eat naturally. In order for our dogs to be satisfied when they eat the food, the food needs to be nutrient dense. And the thing is, some of the least nutrient dense foods out there are high in starch. And did you know a lot of the dog foods out there may contain as much as 50 or even 60% starch? And on top of that, a lot of the nutrients in dog food may even be synthetic nutrients. And the type of highly processed starch that you find in dog food may even promote weight gain and excess fat, even though the food may not even contain enough nutrients. Plus, starch can basically be a bit addictive. So your dog may actually feel hungry and want more food, even though it's not healthy to eat more because your dog will gain too much weight. And if this is the case with your dog, you may want to consider changing your dog's diet altogether. If you want to feed a highly nutritious, nutrient-dense food to your dog, then you should know that some of the most nutrient-dense foods out there, of the real food that is, whole foods, is meat and other animal products. Meat is super healthy and nutritious for our dogs, and guess what? Most dogs absolutely love meat. It's what they're designed to eat, and it's what they're instinctively attracted to, which works out pretty well if you ask me, right? So if you're concerned that your dog might actually not be getting enough nutrients, you might want to consider feeding your dog a homemade diet instead. If you feed your dog a homemade diet, you can pack your dog's bowl full of nutrient-rich foods. And it can actually be quite simple to do just that as well. You just have to follow a few simple steps to make sure you do it correctly. If you want to learn how to feed a homemade, nutrient-dense, real food diet to your dog, then you might want to check out the Viking Dog Diet System, which is based on science and shows you step by step how to feed such a diet to your dog in a simple way, with meal examples and even step by step how to transition your dog to such a diet. If you want to check it out and find out some of the most amazing health benefits people see when they transition their dog to such a diet, then head over to vikingdogdiet.com right now. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Remember to give your beautiful dog a big hug from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.